Anything? Are you gonna say anything? You just listening? Okay. We'll be back. Callers that are on, just hang on. We'll talk to you after this music break, okay? And that was Jeff Ball from Prairie Runner, along with that great Cherokee singing group, Walela, Fly Like an Eagle. That was put out a few years ago. Jeff Ball is also one of our dear friends, one of my dear brothers, who is a local resident of Rockville, I believe. If I got it wrong, Jeff, if you lose Potomac, let me know. But anyway, we'll have them on again sometime in the very near future. I miss Jeff and I miss Ron Warren. They stay so busy, it's hard to catch up with them. Now we have the circle, the full circle. We've got the Jewish people here, we got the Christian people here, and now we got the American Indian people here. And now we got my Islamic brother on the phone.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, brother. How you doing?
I'm good. Good to talk to you, brother.
Yeah. Interesting show tonight. I don't know if you've had a chance to listen to it.
Not yet. I'm actually at the supermarket.
Okay. One of my dearest friends is here from Israel, who happens to be Jewish and Lakota Indian. He lives in Israel, and he's been on the peace trip since the beginning. And his name is Dr. Shuki Splitfeather Ben Ami. And I hope you get to meet him before he goes back to Israel. But this is one of the people of my show who happens to be a Muslim, Kareem.
Yes.
Shuki, meet him.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Okay. Okay. Is the mic on? Shuki's mic on? Kareem?
Yes.
Ah, yeah. I'd be happy to meet you, Kareem, you know.
Oh, absolutely.
Because I think, you know, it's on our shoulders, it's on our back. We must bring peace to the Middle East and to the whole world. We are brothers.
Yes.
We are brothers. We must stop it and to say, enough. Enough is enough. Yes, enough. And don't let yesterday use up too much of today. Let's start with a new beginning, you know, with a new era, with peace.
Absolutely, brother. I definitely agree.
Inshallah.
Alhamdulillah. We cannot survive constantly fighting one another. I mean, there's no such thing as fighting for peace.
Yeah.
That's really an oxymoron.
Yeah.
We
proved that you are the best fighters. Now let us fight. Let us fight for peace. And you know something else too, Kareem? Shuki said something a few minutes ago to me that really kind of like shook me. See, we all know about God. Yeah. And we all know what God wants. But we don't know a thing about each other. You know, yesterday I came from New York, and when you cross the streets in New York, you can see, you know, any second shop, you know, any second restaurant is halal or kosher. Halal or kosher. We know exactly how God wants our meals, our steaks, our sausages, our cheese. But how to hug my brother and my sister and to say, hey brother, I love you. It's much more important, you know, than how to eat the sausage or how to eat a piece of cheese. Don't you think so?
Oh, well. Absolutely. We argue too much about frivolous things and not the important things like, you know, living in life.
So, you know, between the halal and between the kosher, let's hug each other and say, and the buffalo. And the buffalo. Okay. Kareem, can you hang on for a couple seconds? I got a few people here. You know, the buffalo is kosher and halal. Yes, of course. But the buffalo is not kosher coming off the plains. No, it's kosher. It's not halal, yeah. Okay, all right. I'll take your word for it. All I know is it's good. Yeah, okay. I'll take care, you know, because Jews and Arabs are going to take the buffaloes now. So we are going to lose the buffaloes. So it's going to cost me more money? Yes, of course. Oh, no. I'll put a stop to no more buffaloes. Don't start with the Middle East people, you know, they take everything. Excuse me. It's the real Wasiku. They take whatever they see, you know. Sugar. I got friends out west that are Indian people like we are that own buffalo ranches, and I'll always be able to forget mine. So tomorrow morning, can you imagine Jews and Muslims are coming around the buffalo, screaming out? Don Wolf is with us. Go right ahead, Don.
This is a very interesting discussion. Some of the questions that came and comments that were made, I felt a begging. I heard it before. Can you hear me?
You can look closer to mine.
In the discussions about keeping peace in the work that I do when I'm traveling, one question that always comes to me is, how do you forgive? And it's one thing holding hands and singing songs and stuff like that, but in my own journey, I've been able to come to a place where I can forgive, but in this room, there's a lot of evolution that's happened. A lot of growth has happened within the people, the men and the women that are in this room.
In the last hour.
And within the last hour. And so there are a lot of people out there who are asking us, I've been asked many times in my travels, well, how do you get to a place where you can actually forgive? We can't cover it in this time, but some of the native teachings that we have been blessed to have used have shown us a process of getting to the place to sit at a table of peace. And I like doing that work. I enjoy it, but I don't know how to put it into a very small form in the small space of time that we have here. But like the brother who called Smith, something in his question was asking that. And one of the difficulties with reconciliation work that people often find, I've observed, is that there's a tendency with some of us to avoid the root causes of things. And when I speak of roots, I'm not so much speaking of who did this, and I'm more interested in why. If a seed was planted that created an emotion, that created an action. And in one of the ceremonies that I've used and I've encouraged others to use who've been trying to become what we call peacemakers, was doing simple ceremonies. It was not simple. It's rather difficult. Like a recapitulation in which you just go back in your own life and systematically you write down or you speak of everything in this place in your life and that place. You have to relive it to reclaim your energy. And it's a work that requires someone who wants to do this work to work with somebody else. And in that work, I've done it with people who are in the clan, done it with other sorts of people who are outside of my world, if I can use that phrase. But very similar to what I'm putting out to the table to the listeners is this work of being peacekeepers requires an internal work. And it's very difficult, but as our brother from Israel has said, one of the key and fundamental things is this simple thing of hugging and touching people. And that has broken a lot of bitterness and hate. Just the touch. And the touch begins the dialogue, because that one thing of touching has been instrumental in actually for my life and traveling and working and doing stuff with Klansmen that I've had to do on the roads or in workplaces. It was starting with a touch, because when you touch somebody, you touch their hand, but that energy, because we're energy, that sparks the questions and that evokes the child that's within all of us.
And the other thing too, brother, is the eyes. The eyes are the path to the heart. When if you ever notice when you and I talk, and I talk to everybody, I'm looking in your eyes.